Hi everyone and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Patrick and I'm a hobbyist photographer and sometimes vlogger. I made a video earlier in the spring about my struggles with gear acquisition syndrome, and I thought it'd be fun to make an update video and show how even though I know about this tendency with myself, I still often buy new things that I don't necessarily need. So let's do a fall 2020 gear update, pandemic edition. Okay, let's get into it. What have I purchased this summer? The first thing I picked up was a Tiffin Black Pro Mist 1.8 filter. And I actually bought this before all the Moment Cinebloom filter buzz came out recently. So since I didn't know if it was going to be safe to go to the beach and shoot seascapes given the crowds in the pandemic, I thought that I'd take some night shots of buildings with neon lights and whatnot. Turns out though, it's really hard to find those kinds of shots. There's not a lot of neon anymore. I spent several nights trying to go out and scout locations and came away with squat for shot ideas. I guess I really need to keep going out and looking for good locations, but so far I haven't really used that a whole bunch. Next up is probably my biggest purchase of the summer, the Fuji X100V. I spent months agonizing over whether I should get this camera or not. Of course, I don't really need another camera. The cameras I already have can all do the job. In fact, they're probably even better cameras than the X100V. They have larger sensors, better low light performance, interchangeable lenses, but I just love the look of this camera. It's got this classic film camera look. It's got this flat, compact body, a small 35mm equivalent 2.0 lens. And I've really been wanting to get into street photography more and was looking for a smaller camera and kit to bring with me. And since I gave in and picked this up earlier this summer, I have to say that I'm actually really happy with it. I have used it a bunch and I've gotten out there and been taking a lot of street photos. There's this Danish photographer, Thorsten Overgaard, who gave a nice tip in one of his videos that I really liked, that you should wear your camera every day. Don't carry it like in a bag, but wear it on your person and have it turned on, but in sleep mode if your camera does that. And then just use it all the time. Unfortunately, I'm not going out very much because of the pandemic, of course, but when I do, I use the X100V as my wear your camera. Of course, I also got some accessories for the camera. First thing I picked up was a UV filter. One of the things that's weird about this camera is that it is almost weather sealed. It's weather sealed everywhere except the lens. Because the lens moves in and out when it's trying to focus, that's the only gap where, in the weather sealing, so inclement weather can get in there. So if you want to make it weather sealed all over, you have to buy a filter that goes over the lens. And then another weird thing about this camera is that the lens filter here is reverse threaded. So instead of the screw threads being on the inside, like literally every other lens, they're on the outside. And so you have to get a special filter that has the threads on the inside as opposed to the outside, like again, other filters, so that you can fit it on and screw it in there. Next, I got a lens hood because the camera doesn't come with one. The nice thing about this lens hood though is it actually comes in two parts. There's this part that separates out that then again reverse screws onto the camera. And this can actually then be used to reverse thread the lens. So you can put this on there and then you can use this normal lens filters on the inside. So that's what I've done as well. I also got some shutter release nubs that are really popular on this style of camera. I would show them to you, but I promptly lost them, so boo. But they weren't expensive. They were only a few bucks, so not a big loss. I also picked up a Peak Design leash strap or slide light strap for the camera. I have their other strap, but it's really big, and since this is a smaller camera, I didn't want to get one of those. I also picked up some LCD screen protector, kind of glass thingies. There's nothing worse than scratching the screen and then you have to look at that scratch all the time and curse yourself for not getting a screen protector like a responsible adult. So I got one of those. Then I also picked up, of course, an extra battery, and then had to pick up a battery charger for those Fuji batteries since, again, the camera doesn't come with that either. Then I did pick up another Pro Mist, a black Pro Mist filter, because of the Moment Cinebloom filter buzz. I would have tried out the Cinebloom filter, but they were back ordered until like December already, so I wasn't going to wait that long. But the black Pro Mist I was able to deliver earlier. This is a 49 millimeter, so it fits the camera, again, the reverse threaded thing. And I actually enjoy it. I've been enjoying that little filter because it does make the images a little bit softer, and it's fun. Lastly, for the X100V, I picked up the 50 millimeter lens adapter for street portraits, of course. And of course, I'm a big wuss, and I also like doing my street photography from a little bit further away. But someday I'll get the courage to ask people for street portraits as well, so we'll get there. Next up, I got the GoPro Hero 8. The 9 was going to come out soon, and so they had the Hero 8 on like a really good sale, really good price. And my old GoPro was the Hero 4, which was getting a little long in the tooth. The battery was pretty run down and wasn't really lasting really long anymore. So I decided to pick this up. And I really wanted to practice and use that hyper smooth capability because it looks just so good. And since it was on sale, I picked it up. Along with the Hero 8, I also got a few accessories as well. Since the Hero 8 doesn't have a removable lens here, I got a little glass protector kind of piece over that so I could protect the lens. Got an extra battery, of course, and then the lens protector for the back. And then something a little strange, I picked up a chest mount harness for the GoPro. I got the idea in my head that from watching some YouTubers that I could do some POV style videos when I go out shooting, especially when I'm doing street photography. I haven't really done that yet because I'm not quite confident enough in my street photography that I'm ready to show it off to the tubes. But I'll get there at some point, you know. Don't worry, give me some time. Okay, what are some other odds and ends that I picked up as well? I got a bowling RGB LED light. It's something I've been wanting for a while because it can do both, you know, white light and in various colors. And so that I can use it both as a key light or a color accent light. It's actually the accent light behind me now. And so far I'm pretty happy with that. I also got a bike mount for an action cam that I can put on my handlebars for my bike, which I'm too lazy to take off of the bike at the moment and show you. But I did use it with both my Insta360 and the GoPro Hero 8 that I got, and I got some interesting shots, and I thought they were pretty fun. If I can actually get my lazy butt back on the bike and up on the mountain, then I could do some more riding and shoot some more fun videos with that. I can enjoy it. What else? Let's see. I got photography books. That's something that I haven't really done in the past. I think it's really easy to get in the mood of just looking at what you see online or Instagram, and then it's easy to start thinking that kind of photography is the only kind of photography out there. And I think that Instagram definitely is a certain kind of photography, which I don't think is bad necessarily. It's just it's like a genre, I guess, of photography. And you can get caught up trying to fit that mold of things. And I wanted to try to start seeing past that. So I got some photography books, mostly focused again on street photography, since that's where I've been thinking of trying to take my photography and exploring more of. So I wanted to see if I could learn more about that. So the books I got so far are: first, Masters of Street Photography. Next, A Street Photography, A History in 100 Iconic Images. Joel Meyerowitz, Where I Find Myself. And lastly, Moriyama Daido, How I Take Photographs. I've really enjoyed going through these books. Of course, looking at the pictures, but also reading the stories about the photographers, who they are, and what they're trying to say with their photographs. And the last part is something that really struck me. What are you trying to say with your photography? I guess I never really thought about trying to say something with my photography. I've always thought of it as just trying to capture the beauty that I see in the world. But the thought of trying to communicate something, an idea, a feeling, a sense of place, or whatever, is really interesting to me. And then of course, that idea is contrasted with Moriyama Daido's approach, or at least as it's described in this book, is that he's not really trying to communicate anything specific in his photographs. And he actually considers trying to communicate something as getting in the way of trying to capture good images. These contrasting ideas have really given me a lot to think about with my photography. So I've enjoyed these books. Okay, so there you have it. Yeah, I didn't do that great at not buying extra equipment this summer, but whatever, I'm happy. And I'm doing the best I can during this pandemic business. So we'll call this a good summer for equipment. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. And if you want to see more, why not subscribe and maybe hit the notification icon? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.